and Ricky's leaving Latitude, and I'm thinking that the overwhelming response that I've seen online is that Ricky is also going to leave to another big team, and he's going to be taking over where Paul left off, is what most people think. They think he's going back to Innova. The main reason why people are thinking that is because if you go on to Ricky's Instagram, Drew Gibson is either trolling us or he's not very good at keeping a secret, because he's basically saying like squad life and can't wait to have you on the team. And yeah, I think he could be trolling, but I think Drew's kind of let it out of the bag that Ricky Wysocki is going to Innova. And a lot of people say that Ricky threw Innova before he threw for Latitude and Prodigy. So he could just be going back to his roots of what he started out with. Maybe he just wants a change of scenery. He didn't play as well this year, in my opinion, as his previous year. So maybe he just needs to change something up in his game, and a new sponsor and like a new group of fans is maybe what he wants. I know that he is trying to get his Sake Bomb brand up and going, and Innova might have a better deal with him as far as making custom stamps or helping him out with that. I'm not exactly sure the reasoning behind it, but I'm thinking he's going to Innova. I can't think of any other companies that are even on the table as far as what people think he's going to go. So I'll just read what Ricky said as far as his statement around leaving Latitude from his Instagram. It says, was recently faced with a decision around which manufacturer I wanted to partner with going forward. Officially, I'd like to announce that Latitude 64 and I are parting ways. This was not an easy decision, as my time with Latitude has been outstanding. Proud to say my first 2 World Championships were while I was throwing Latitude. It's been a great run for the last 4 years. The company has been supportive on things I chose to do and ideas I had. The simple fact of winning back-to-back world titles with their products and support speaks for itself. Latitude was a company I felt comfortable with and confident in, and will always look positively on my time with them. So it sounds like it might just be like a business decision for Ricky leaving Latitude. It doesn't sound like there's any bad blood between the two. If we head over to Latitude 64 statement that was released about the same time that Ricky released his statement, it says, from the co-founder and CEO, David Berglund, this is one of those texts you are never prepared to write. It is with a heavy heart I'm informing you that Ricky Wysocki has decided to take on new adventures and leave the Latitude 64 family. Our 4-year relationship with Ricky has been a great one, including back-to-back World Championship titles and countless big wins on the tour. There are so many great memories that I could write a book about them. The most memorable one for me is Ricky's first PDGA Worlds win back in 2016 in Emporia, Kansas. Also, the countless times we have seen a dagger sail away from Ricky's hand from 50 feet, safely landing in the basket, and followed up with a signature Raptor run. Ricky, you will be truly missed by all of us, and we wish you all the best on your new path. So if we head over to Drew Gibson's profile, we can kind of see some of the hints that he's been dropping around Ricky leaving and going to Innova. So his most recent post is a picture of him and Ricky that looks like it's at GBO last year, and it basically just says that I hope to see your next venture in the sport be more successful than the previous ones. No matter who either of us have played for, we've been close. Let's keep it that way and continue to thrive. And then some hashtags at the bottom are Saki Gibson Industries and hashtag team. And then there's a ton of comments underneath that, all speculating that he's going to Innova because of the hashtag team reference, I'm guessing. And I remember seeing a couple other posts from Drew about Ricky. Maybe it's on Ricky's profile. I know that when he commented on Ricky's statement post about leaving Latitude 64, he was the first to comment, and he said, not all heroes wear capes. So it's not really a tell, but you can tell that Drew is kind of all over Ricky's Instagram right now, trying to stir the pot a little bit. If anybody's seen any other teams or speculations that Ricky is going to go to, I'd like to hear it in the comments, because all I've really seen is Innova. The only other company I can think of that he might go to is probably back to Prodigy, But if you think about it, Chris Dickerson kind of, lit it up at the end of the year. And so he's a pretty mainstay as far as the Prodigy team. He just bought Nate Sexton's RV, so him and his wife are going to be touring a lot more next year. So I'm going to assume that Chris Dickerson's going to be on a lot more lead cards and feature cards going into next year's season. They have Seppo from Europe, who's just basically the same as Simon or Eagle, just a long bomber and can putt really well. And he's always on the top of the leaderboards when he plays tournaments. And then they have Paul Ulibarri, who played really well at Worlds this year. He played really good at the U.S. Championships, and he's always, in the top 10, it seems like, when it comes to tournaments. So I can't really see why they would want to add another heavy hitter to Prodigy, except to maybe drive sales. But if I had to guess, Ricky is going to be taking over Paul's shoes over at Innova.